Okay. So obviously, from a context point of view, both of these series didn't have much to do. But uh, there's one thing popping around in my mind that obviously during the Ireland tour, it was sensible to have a different team touring Ireland, obviously because there was the practice test and then the fifth test coming up. But do you think India missed a chance to face credible opposition in you know not exactly the conditions that the World Cup would be played in, but there were some flat pitches here too, not the big grounds though. So, do you think India could have tried few of their first choice options rather than going with completely a second choice side? Because ultimately, I think if you remove Pakistan, in the Asia Cup, then there's not a lot of big sides that India is going to play on road to the T20 World Cup. So, do you think they missed a chance here?
So I personally think that the best way to prepare for T20 international cricket, which is what the T20 World Cup is to just play T20 international cricket. I know this came up a lot before the last World Cup, where there was a lot of talk of playing in the IPL in the UAE would be better preparation for these players than playing T20 cricket against Bangladesh or against Zimbabwe or the West Indies. And I personally just don't see that. I just think just playing T20 cricket, T20 international cricket in the national team, in the same sort of setup that you're expected to play in at the World Cup with the same sort of roles, surely that's the best way to prepare for playing in the World Cup in the same format, with the same roles, with the same setups, with the same team cohesion. And if India wants to prepare for a T20 World Cup, they need the players to be playing in the roles they're expected to play in at the T20 World Cup. So, how many of the players that played against Ireland are going to be playing at the T20 World Cup? I don't think it's going to be that many. And how
There's
many
just
of them,
Surya Kumar Yadav and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, after all. That's all, I guess.
yeah, how many of them are going to be playing in the same sort of role that they will be at the T20 World Cup?
Yeah, true. I think one thing that kind of people kind of forget it that cricket or franchisee T20 cricket is not T20Is. There's a lot of difference, obviously, between two of them, especially given they are not playing the same kind of sides. They're not playing alongside same set of players, and obviously, there's no pressure that is the World Cup. So as last year, as things happened last year, India, they played the IPL right before the World Cup, and that was not the right preparation for a tournament like World Cup, and obviously it hurt them ultimately because the players not only didn't get any chance to gel together, they were also tapped out, obviously because they had come off a long tour of uh, England, and then straight away they were thrown into the IPL, and then basically a few days later, World Cup. So I guess that is the thing. You cannot treat franchisee cricket as the practice for T20Is. Ultimately, it is the franchisee cricket. I mean, there's no incentive for any player in franchisee cricket to be as intense as they are in international cricket. Ultimately, I mean, there's players who would rather take a break very easily from franchisee cricket that they probably won't from the international, especially given that the amount of money that is floating around, which kind of works both ways. It sometimes provides the players with a cushion. Sometimes maybe it makes them work hard. Maybe sometimes it makes them complacent. So I guess that is what T20 cricket ultimately is. It is not as as prestigious, I'd say, as T20Is.
Yeah, that's just the point of it all. Right, franchise cricket versus T20 internationals. We're gonna be doing this until the day we all die, or the day cricket dies, whichever comes first. But yeah, Yeah, I just think if you want to prepare for a T20 World Cup, the best you can do is play T20 international cricket. And if you aren't doing that, you're not really preparing all that well.